And two large structures over here. One is the synagogue, which was always larger than the rest of the city. Even in places where people did not have a lot of money, they gave everything they had in order to build a magnificent synagogue, which was a pride of the city or the village. Another thing is the structure that you see here. Now, this is a modern church. This is from less than 20 years ago, so ignore that for a minute. I'm talking about the ruins down below. When the archaeologists came here and saw that, it attracted them because it's not a regular house, it's a lot bigger, and you can also see the octagonal shape of it that is kind of unique. It's not a synagogue because the synagogue is clearly over there. So they were curious to understand what was the purpose of this building. Interestingly enough, they started digging down and found that there are 3 levels to this building. The first one, the bottom level, which is the oldest part, was a house similar to the homes that you see over here. The middle level was a little bit bigger, only this time they found plaster on the walls with the names of Mary, Peter, and Jesus written on the walls. And the third level is what you see here now. The conclusion of that is that this was the house of Peter, and the archaeologists will tell you that almost 100% you're looking at the house of Peter. So back to how we know that. The first level, that small house that I told you about, is where Peter lived. After he died, the Christians who lived here came to worship in his house, but this is still the time that the Christians are persecuted by the Romans. So it's not really allowed to build big churches. So they turned the place to a small place of worship, and they write on the walls the names of Peter, Mary, and Jesus, but it's very modest and not big. The structure that you see now is what was left from the huge church that was built here in the 4th century. Now, what happened in the 4th century? Constantine, the Roman emperor, converted to Christianity. And now, overnight, so to speak, not only Christians are not persecuted, Christianity is now the official religion of the empire, and now people can build churches, they don't have to be afraid of anyone, and that is why on the same spot they now erected the large church that was later on, probably in the 5th century, was destroyed in an earthquake. But you're looking at most probably what used to be the house of Peter.